Hey guys, Silver here, and today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the SH Figuarts Pikachu figure from Bandai. And it has been over a year and a half since the previous Pokemon SH Figuarts figure was released, and due to rumors that Lucario and Mega Blaziken did not sell as well as Bandai had hoped, a lot of people, myself included, thought that this line was dead. But here we are today with Pikachu. And even though it's been such a long time since the previous figure was released, the overall box graphic design is the same. We have a nice holographic outline here in the black and white Pikachu with the colored in cheeks. On the side we have a holographic Pika. Same with the other side. On the top we have another black and white Pika. And then on the back it shows you what comes in the box. So Bandai switched it up this time, and instead of coming with an attack accessory, Pikachu here comes with 2 changeable faces and an extra set of hands. And you can see Pikachu here with all of the D-Arts figures. I don't know why they excluded Mega Blaziken and Lucario, especially since Mega Blaziken is still one of my absolute favorite figures ever. I really love the Mega Blaziken SH Figuarts figure. I'll leave a card up here if you have not seen that review, but it's a shame that they were excluded, but I guess they were going for a Gen 1 thing here. Let's go ahead and open the box now. And then inside we have instructions on how to pull Pikachu's faces off and along with his hands. And then we have the little plain colored red cardboard they used as a backdrop. And first things first, Pikachu here is extremely light. This is probably the lightest figure ever. It feels completely hollow. And then we have our 2 Pika faces. So we have an angry face and a normal, just happy, content Pikachu face. So here are those 2 faces and the insides of them. And then we have 2 tiny little hands here that we can change out. So let's set the accessories to the side. And one thing to note, that Pikachu here does not come with a base like all of the other standard Pokemon SH Figuarts and D-Art figures have. No base. Alright, let's get a look at this Pikachu here. If you guys had watched my Merch Week series where I talked about this, you know I was very skeptical about this little guy, but holding him in my hands now, I must say that I really like all the paint detail on here, and he's just so light. And there seems to be a bunch of dirt on his tail right here. I'll zoom in a little later, but for now, just holding and looking at Pikachu, I think he looks real nice. And one of the things I was skeptical about this figure was I really don't like seeing where you can move all the parts of articulation. I like when they're more, blended in, but these are pretty obvious on Pikachu here. I also wasn't thrilled about the hands. I thought they looked a bit strange, but they're not nearly as odd as I thought they would be, thankfully. They're still not exactly what I would design if I was making a Pikachu figure, but they're not as bad as I thought they would be. And getting a close-up view of Pikachu here, has very nice paint apps. No mistakes here. His ears, very nice, very clean. There is the exception of his tail though. I don't know if this is showing up, but there's like dirt back here. Like Pikachu was dropped in a puddle. That's really bizarre. It's not anything to do with the paint, it's just kind of dirty looking from the factory maybe. That's a bit unfortunate, but at least it's on the back of the tail where you're not going to see it. At the very, very least. but his tail moves all the way around if you would like it to. So I'm just going to position that where you can't see that, but the other side of his tail looks pretty good. And then again, very nice paint apps with all of the stripes and the stuff on Pikachu. So let's zoom out and look at all of the points of articulation with this guy. So you can move his ears, at least to some degree. Can you hear that squeaking? They don't move very well. It seems like they could move. There we go. You just have to kind of loosen them a little bit. So you can move Pikachu's ears. His head, of course, can move. Very simple. We have his hands and his arms. And then his feet also move. And then, of course, we have his 360 tail, which looks great. I did notice there is a bit of paint missing right here on his tail. That seems to be the only paint application error I see on the whole figure, though. And like I said, I think I'm just going to have the tail completely facing away so you don't see any of this in the back. But Pikachu has a ton of articulation. If you really like articulated figures, you're going to love this little guy. Now let's go about taking and switching his face around. Alright, and to change his face, you just want to go from underneath the figure and just pull his head right off. Or at least pull his face off. That sounds even worse. You can see his ears back here and some screws. And then let's go with Angry Pikachu. And then just push it in, very simple. And now we have Angry Chew. And let's move his hands as well. So right now he has kind of closed fists. You just pull them out just like that. Very, very simple. Alright, so there we go. All of the changes you can do to Pikachu. I really like Angry Chew here. I think that's my favorite expression. It's a shame that there is no base where you could kind of position him like they show on the box where he's kind of leaping forward. You know, like this, like he's ready to attack. It's a real shame they didn't include a base, but I think this is definitely how I'm going to pose my Pikachu. But let's do one more change so you guys can see all of the faces. And now let's put Contented Pikachu on. And there is Content Pikachu. So I have to say that I like this guy a lot more than I thought I would, which was what I hoped, because I really enjoy this line of figures overall, and I was hoping that Bandai would not let me down, and I don't think they did. I really enjoy this figure. So let's go ahead and set Pikachu down and do a 360 of the figure. So we start off with pose number 1, and that is Pikachu sitting down, so you can see his sitting pose. And sitting Pikachu is actually a little bit wobbly, so I have his tail in the back on the ground to support him. But sitting Pikachu is just as adorable as standing Pikachu. So there is sitting Contented Pikachu. Let's now move on to Angry Chew. Here we have Angry Chew. I have his ears back, so you guys can see what that looks like. I absolutely love Angry Chew. This is definitely my favorite face that Pikachu has. So let's put Pikachu's regular face back on now. Alright, and here we are back with the original Pikachu face. And this pose is just so adorable. This is a great figure for any Pikachu fans, definitely. Alright, so let's put Pikachu together with all of the rest of his DR and SH Figuart brethren. So here is Pikachu with the squad all together now. And I absolutely love what Pikachu brings here. Just a nice pop of yellow color. He looks fantastic with everyone else. Obviously, the scale here is just all over the place. You have giant Lucario in the back, tiny little Venusaur. So, obviously, Bandai is not the best at scaling their figures properly, but I still think Pikachu looks great here. Brought a really nice pop of color, and he just looks great with everyone else. And I have to say overall that I would recommend this Pikachu figure, especially if you are a big Pikachu fan. This will make an excellent addition to any Pikachu collection. And as I said before, I think Pikachu looks absolutely great with the rest of the Pokemon SH Figuarts and D-Art figures, so he would make a great addition to any collection, really. And he is also the cheapest figure so far. I got him for 2,830 yen from Ami, so that's about $26 or $27. I'd say that's a fair price. I will leave a link in the description if you are interested in purchasing this figure yourself. I am a little sad that there is no base included and no attack accessory, but I actually do like the changeable faces a lot, very similar to Nendoroid's and Good Smile. So I actually do like the faces, but in the future, I do hope they go back to the attack accessory sometimes. Blaziken didn't come with one either for whatever reason, but I really do enjoy those, so hopefully Bandai does continue this line. I don't want to wait another year and a half for the next figure. I have no idea who they could possibly want to release next. Hopefully Pikachu sells well enough for them. But leave a comment down below and let me know who you want to see made next. My top choice, no surprise, is going to be Garchomp. I would fly to the moon if a Garchomp SH Figuarts figure was made. That would just make my whole year. I would love that. But I would also like to see some of the starters. I would adore a Feraligatr figure, Arcanine, Tyranitar. There's so many good Pokemon they could pick. So Bandai, if you're listening, please continue this line. I think it's one of the best they have. And I'm going to proudly display all of these guys on my shelf now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing and review of the Pikachu SH Figuarts figure. If you did, any likes or shares on it are greatly appreciated. It does help out the channel a lot. I still have plenty more content coming, including the Mega House James figure, a couple of Digimon videos, and some Tomy reviews. So I hope you all subscribe and look forward to that. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.